What's going on, everyone? We've got a fun show for you today. We're doing double giveaway. We're going to give away 2 drones, one to our Patreons, and then we'll give one away a little bit later in our turtle time. Chris, you've been practicing on those sticks?
I have not been practicing acro as we are supposed to be doing. Jack's been practicing the sim. He's got his son practicing the sim. What I've been flying has been the Evo 2. Today I'm going to fly this little guy as we have for the last several weeks. But yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, so either way, we're going to give away a couple of drones, one to a Patreon and one to maybe a Patreon or somebody else watching here. We also have Mikey from Philly Drone Life coming on later in the show. He's actually probably streaming live right now, but he's going to show up about 8:30. We're going to do some talk with him. He's an interesting character, right?
He is. If you have not seen Mike, you're going to see him today. And he, take my energy level, Jack's energy level, combine them, multiply times 10, and multiply times 10 again, maybe. And there you got Mike. So he's a totally entertaining guy to have on. It'll be cool.
Yeah, so it'll be fun to talk to him. We'll talk a little Mavic Air 2S. We got lots of new minis in the work. We've been getting things left and right from Amazon, so we'll talk about all of that fun stuff. But yeah, we'll get going right after our little 2-minute intro. All right, so looks like we're live. We got some familiar faces, already pretty active in the chat. We got Joe Blaylock, Alon Denard, Matt Cundiff, Pilot Sharks Hanger. We see these guys all the time. A couple of new faces, Speed Limit Challenger, Mike Ring, Chris Wedgeworth, and yeah, Philly Drone Life. You saw he was on here. He's coming later. He's doing his thing for now. A couple of other, where'd they go? Fly Zone Drones. I was on their channel earlier. I saw the Elgin Water Tower in one of their videos, so they gotta be nearby, huh?
Okay, yeah, definitely. That's definitely in our area for sure. And so thanks everybody for joining, or if you're joining or watching this later, make sure, you can subscribe so you can join the chat, join the community here we have, and that'll be a lot of fun. So next time, hopefully you can catch us then. But thanks everybody for joining. And Jack, what are we going to talk about today?
We got lots to talk about. Wow, we got Urban Legend RC, new Patreon. Thanks for coming. And before we get going, I believe that I made most of our Patreons are now moderators. So you guys can throw things in the chat, right? If we're talking about a link to one of our videos and you guys are quick on the fingers, you want to drop it in there for us, that'd be awesome. So your moderators, whatever that actually means. Who knows? But yeah, what are we talking about today? We got lots going on. Like we said, we're going to be talking with Mikey from Philly Drone Life. He's coming on probably about 8:30 or so. We've got, I think, 4 or 5 videos right now on the Air 2S, and we've got some more in the works. We're trying to do some moderately different things, right? The battery life test is something we've done. We did the app walkthrough, kind of the so not just a straight, hey, this is what we think about it. We'll do a review of it eventually, but Chris, you haven't even flown that drone yet, have you?
No. So I just went to the Carolinas for a week and a half. It got here the day I left. So you've been playing with it. I took the Evo 2 with me. So I get a little more time with it, learn a little more about it. I got a bunch of content I got to produce on that when I have time. I'm way behind, as you know, Jack. But hoping to crank some stuff out. I've got a lot of early half-produced things. Evo 2, pretty cool. Getting to know it, getting to like it. But okay, how about the Air 2S? Should we talk about it? So it didn't have some of the things we expected to see, at least at launch, and what I was hoping to see, the secret magical FPV feature isn't there. So what does it have?
Yeah, I mean, it has a really nice camera, and the obstacle avoidance and the follow me modes are better. It's easier. It's easier if you know how to use a camera to kind of get into some of the pro shooting modes or the manual modes, right? So you can adjust different things. So I really like that. I haven't yet got it out. I want to get it out at night, one of these nights, and do some long exposure shots. I haven't had a chance to do that yet, but I think it'll do a nice job there. But it's solid. I mean, for $1,000. It's a great drone, and if you're thinking about getting a professional drone, I really think there are 2 options right now for people, right? And what I'm talking about right now, the Air 2S, that's one, and I think, Chris, the other one is
Evo 2.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's got the 1-inch sensor. It's got an incredible 40 freaking minute flight time. I think it comes down there's a lot that both of these 2 drones offer, and neither one I think is a perfect answer, right? I don't think
a lot of imperfect answers right now, right? I mean, you want to save a little money, you got the Air 2. You want to you still can get the Mavic 2 series drones. They have their own little benefits. We had Lon there saying he still likes the night shots, aka the sensor he feels a little bit better on the Mavic 2 Pro. Be interesting to see. Why exactly, I'm not sure. Do you happen to know, or maybe Lon knows, the F numbers? Are we talking about the same? No, we're not, I don't think.
On the 2 Pro has a variable aperture, so I think
it can go down to 2.4.
Nah, I want to say it's 2.8.
Okay,
F11 off the top of my head. I may have just made that up. I don't know.
So they're starting around the same points. They should get the same amount of line.
Yeah, there's this fantastic website that I know has all this information. Maybe we should. Yeah. We should consult this fantastic website. What is this? Oh, it's half chrome.
There we go.
If we were
got a table up there.
Oh, look at that, Air 2S.
Oh, pop-up ad, ugly.
Google ads. What? Oh, I clicked on the ad. I total fail right there. Let's take a look. Camera comparison F number. F2.8 to F11. I didn't just make that up. I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, Lon noted the same thing, same F number. And so, yeah, he thinks it's just got better processing. So I don't know. Maybe he's talking about the smart photo. I've done some long exposure stuff with the Pro. I really like that. Really cool stuff you can get. 1 second exposure, stuff like that. So, yeah. I mean, it's got the 1-inch sensor. It's got what, 32 megapixels? Is that right? Did I get that right?
Which
I know
one?
hardly.
No, they're both 20 megapixels. They're
Both 20 megapixels. So it's
Mhm.
similar sensor. So I
One
don't know.
inch sensor, 20 megapixels,
Okay.
which is the same as the Evo. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. 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 And they brand it differently, right? So the Evo is branded as 6K versus the other's
Yeah.
5.4, but they're really the same deal. I mean, I do like the what am I saying here?
You like the
Something.
What do you like?
Oh, I like the 6K or 5.4K or whatever you like it. I do like having that capability. Do we get any?
What the DJI Air lacks are those the dummy files, the
Proxies, yeah.
the proxies that allow you to edit, at in 720 and kind of dump in those 5.4 or 6K files like the Evo, because if you don't have a monster machine, that editing this 5.4K is just going to be brutal.
Yeah, I can handle 4K on my computer, not so much 4K 60 very well. I can't handle 6K hardly at all, so I definitely make use of those proxy files for editing. So that's a huge bonus. I gotta remember that one for the Evo 2. Been using that a lot. Yeah, I mean, some pluses, some minuses. Ultimately, for the ultimate professional tool, a lot of people are going to want that shutter to get in there, which I think we're going to have to wait for the Mavic 3 or the Evo 3 to get a 1-inch sensor. I'm guessing, at this point, how do you differentiate the Mavic 3? You're probably gonna, you're gonna add that variable aperture back in and give yourself a shutter finally on a folding drone, which would be different.
I think you're right. There were some drawings where they depicted the new Mavic 3 to look a lot like the Skydio, right, where it had the front props were on the bottom, right? So you had obstacle avoidance cameras on top of those arms. And in talking with people from Skydio, one of the issues that they had is they couldn't make it foldable because of the tiny vibrations that were introduced into those cameras. They just couldn't figure out how to make that work and be as good as it was, right? So who knows? And if you look at those drawings, it also looks like that Mavic 3 isn't foldable. And again, I think DJI is still working on it, because ultimately I think they will make it a foldable drone before they make it larger and give you that obstacle.
But I think just what's missing in the market right now is the replacement for the Phantom, and that just means a 1-inch sensor and a shutter at the end of the day. So
yeah,
I think the Air 2S is kind of the perfect prosumer drone, but if you really want the last little bells and whistles there, maybe for some more professional, automated flight path mapping stuff, those guys like their shutters. So I think to get all the bells and whistles, that's what's next. They're right. You need those cameras if you're going to want really good obstacle avoidance. Those cameras all stitched together. Maybe tough to do that on a folding platform where things have a little more flexibility. So.
Yeah, if you look at the Air 2S, they didn't put those cameras on the arms. They put them right above the front two sensors because,
and it's usually mounted as like a little sub-assembly, right? So it's like super precisely aligned those cameras to each other. I think that's a key part of it. So, all right. Well, we should tell people maybe before we go to the next drones, what's up for winning today?
Good call. Yeah, so we're going to give away two things. We're going to give away a drone to our Patreons, and it's going to be the Roku F11. We're going to give that one to our Patreons because it's the better of the two drones. And then we've got that thing. I forget even what that is called. It is the
It's the monster from Alien movies.
It's the M1 Pro Mark 300, right? If you saw a review on that thing, let me just share my screen here. If you saw a review on this thing, it wasn't great. I've got a quick here. We'll do the short on it. This is the M1 Mark 300 GPS drone, and it has a 6K camera. At least that's what they tell you. It is a compact, foldable drone that fits in a really nice carrying bag. Actually, I think this carrying case might be the best feature on this drone. I found it to be not very stable, and it did take decent pictures. I mean, look at this guy looking pretty good there. But the video was just choppy. This is not 6K. This is not 4K. This is not 2K. This is barely HD quality. Okay, so we've got a full review of this guy and others on our YouTube channel, Half Chrome Drones. We do. If you're looking to spend $150, we've got better options for you there. All right, so yeah, that's it in less than 60 seconds. I mean, it is a fine drone, and you're gonna get it for free, right? So this is great to give like as a gift for, you know, like a 10, 12-year-old kid to learn how to fly. But you know, you're not going to take professional quality videos with this. The pictures are actually fine. You know,
nothing else. You're getting a sweet bag. Like
it is true. I was tempted to take the bag and and use it. Because I don't have a good Mavic Air 2 bag, but slightly different size, so I didn't want to deal. But yeah, I gave it to Chris, and he put it on his wall, I think, or he's going to. But yeah, we're going to give one of these away. We're going to send it direct from Banggood. So you're not going to get the one that we didn't like. You know, maybe the one you'll get will be better. So it's going to come direct and new from Banggood. But that's what we're going to give away for Turtle Time. For our people, for our patrons, we're going to give away this. This is the Ruko, not Roku. And it's a similar drone, but it actually is a lot nicer. It's like what that one wanted to be. Again, this isn't a professional quality drone, but it's nice. It's got, again, a really nice bag, but it's not the best part of this drone. You got 2 batteries and a decent remote. So if you know, it's a GPS drone. It has all those fancy modes, things that the Mini doesn't have, right, Chris? That was your review, wasn't it?
Yeah. The Mini's missing a couple things, but still great. Still a better deal.
Yeah, you know, either way, they're both free. So we're gonna give we'll give the Ruko over to our Patreon, and then we'll do a Turtle Time to get to kind of determine who gets the M1 Pro.
All right, Jack. So 'tis the year of the mini drone, right? Next topics. Yeah. We got a couple minis. In terms of what we have actual that's not vaporware, we got this Xiaomi deal coming our way, right?
Yeah. So Xiaomi, hold on. Xiaomi is sending us this, right? And actually I thought was going to be here already, but it has not arrived. It has shipped, apparently. Maybe it's stuck in a canal somewhere. Who knows? Yeah, the Mini's coming. Looks like Mikey's joining us. So we'll get him on here in a second. But he's already cracking me up.
I know.
Yeah, there's the Mini, and then there is, like Chris said, there's the Hubsan, right? I already lost train of thought. Which
we got, so we can see Philly Drone Life down there. We could see Mike. He's going nuts. I don't know what he's seeing. Raise both hands if you can see us. There he is.
He's in our stream. Yeah, he can hear us. He's.
Let's add him in. I mean, why not?
Yeah. We can't hold this man. We can't hold this man back.
Hello, guys. Wait. You hear what's going on? I'm doing my show live on this monitor. As I talk to you on this monitor, my head's gonna explode. I don't know what camera to look into. Oh, here. But how do I get over to this monitor and still hi, Chris? And then I look here and look at you. It's like, oh my God. Ron, I'm going to leave you. You shut up. I'm going over to the show. I'm a star. Okay. Hi, guys. All right. Hi.
Mikey.
Let me move this. I'm going to move the whole thing over top of them. Woo! Guys, I just did a new studio. I'm trying to be a professional like all you guys.
Looks solid.
Right? It's looking good.
You got some pretty lights in the back.
the purple. I'm rocking purple. Everybody likes purple.
Yeah, who doesn't like purple?
I want for pink, but it comes out purple. I want to be different. But anyway, I got a monitor here. It's like 64 inches long. So you're all the way over here, but the camera's over here. So we got a lot to work out yet. But we're working out the kinks. Guys, listen, I got to tell you. Oh, shit. What was that? Okay. Anyway, guys, listen to me. I am so excited to be on your show. You guys don't know this, but when I first got into drones, you were the two lunatics I watched. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So it's our fault?
It was just, I don't know if YouTube just gave you to me or what, but I was doing it, some DJI drone that I got. The Mavic Pro is my first drone. And I go on YouTube, and sure enough, I caught you guys. I sticked with you guys. And because of you, you guys actually got me into flying FPV, and I put down my camera drones for a while, for about 2 years actually, and did nothing but FPV. And I got tired of the battery thing, and one day I sent up one of my Mavic 2s, and I never came back. It was just so wonderful to be able to fly a drone for 25 minutes again. I couldn't come back. So what's this? I think I'm hearing an echo.
I know that was me. My computer was taking over. So your FPV. This is interesting to me.
You're a little echoey still, Jack.
Am I echoey?
Yeah.
Oh, I can shut the show down. Jack's echoing. Hey.
So tell me about that. What is the wall of drones on your wall there? What's going on? I mean, I got a wall of drones, but mine are out of the boxes. What's happening there?
Well, they are. All the drones are actually underneath that table in cases. And some of them boxes actually do have drones in them. I have this thing with drones where I got to buy two of the same drone. They don't always come right at, in the beginning. Sometimes I got to save for the second one. But just in case, and if a drone's good, I might have to have three. I'm an addict, guys. I'm an addict. I can't, everything that's good, I want more. I got to have more. But, all kidding aside, I have two Mavic Pros, Mavic 2 Pros. And we all know that if you send it back to the factory, and you get a refurbished one back or a new, whatever, they send it to you in a new box. You get a brand new box. So I kept the boxes. So I have 5 Mavic 2 Pros up there, 2 regular Mavic. Everything else is legit. I have every drone that DJI put out except for the Inspire and the little one, the Spark. I never bought the Spark. So I don't know why. I want the Spark. If anybody has a Spark out there, send me the Spark.
You're good with
somebody find a Spark. We need a Spark here.
So let me ask you. I know you're supposed to be interviewing me. But let me ask you a question. Are you guys brothers, or what's the how? And you were brothers?
Brother-in-law. He married my sister.
Oh, what did you do to his sister?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I already apologized to Jack. But
okay, so brother-in-laws, gotcha. It's awesome.
Yeah, so we live about a half hour apart. So yeah, we see each other quite a bit. We're constantly meeting up to hand drones back and forth. But yeah, thanks. I'm so honored that you watched us. We got you into FPV. That's super cool.
Yes, and I love that you guys, let me just put this out there. I can't see the chats, or I don't know even how to do it. Well, let me over here. I'm guys, listen to me. My story is a little bit different. I mean, even the computer stuff is all new to me. I don't want to get emotional here, but it's like I was reborn 4.5 years ago. I literally was dying in a chair at 600 pounds. And this is what blame this on the drones. This is what drones did to Philly. Because it gave me a life back. I mean, obviously losing the weight, put some energy into me, but the drones made me just see the world at a different perspective. It made me want to go out every day and start living again. So I started leaving my house, which I didn't do for 20 years, but I'm saying all that to say that I'm not good at this stuff. That's why I was texting you. And it's so hard to just an email is like, oh shit, how do I send a hunt? They want me to send a picture.
Well, you got it. You were running 2 streams at once. I mean, that's craziness.
Well, because, and I do like the master things. I'm telling you, there's not a guy in the community that fly me out or underfly me, whatever. Come on, I want the competition. I fly every single day, multiple batteries, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I feel like I'm a part of the drone. And guys, these DJI drones, and they're all DJI mostly. They're all DJI drones because they're so good. But I do respect you guys that fly everything, and you realize that not everybody can afford a $300 or $400 drone, and some people have to get an $80 drone. And so, hey, how do they perform? And so it's awesome that you guys fly everything, which actually makes a better pilot out of you as well, because some of them cheaper ones are dangerous.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But so anyway, go ahead, interview.
Well, we got a couple drones to talk about. Also, we already went over the Air 2S.
What do you think about? Have you seen Hubsan's new mini trailer deal? Have you seen that?
I've seen the trailer, and it looks. I just want to throw all my drones away, and I want that one.
Right? Like
pretty convincing.
It sounds pretty awesome. Let me ask you this: have you flown any Hubsan drones in your life?
Never.
Okay.
Are they good, or do they float around?
No, like that's the thing. Like the best Hubsan drone was probably Chris, your very first one. Is that on the wall behind you? Maybe
no.
Little X4 is toast. I mean, it just got shattered to 100 pieces. But
yeah, so they made one. It was like this big. It was a little FPV drone. That thing was great. They made some tiny ones. They were fun to fly. Then they got into GPS drones. You could buy one for like $200 and it had a nice camera. Like I don't know. 4 or 5 years ago,
right?
Then they're like, oh, we're gonna make DJI quality drones, and they made the Xeno and the Xeno Pro and the Xeno 2 and the Xeno 2 Pro, and they're all
they all got serious issues, quality control. But they're famous for their remote control. Suck through like 6 AAA batteries in about half an hour. Their cameras have always been better than the rest of the lower tier drones, but I mean, nothing to support them.
Now I respect that, because what I was saying earlier, so many in the community, so many drone channels talk about drones, and God bless them, they're trying to make a living, and some of them do make a very good living, but you can't really respect what they say, because they ain't flying. They pick up a freaking drone and hey, here's it is. Oh, get it. It's wonderful. Here it is. All the links in the description. Here it is. And it's like, so show me you flying. There's nothing. No, they show somebody else's feed. You guys get out there, experience the piece of crap, if it is, and go, hey, this is crap. Don't get it. Or, hey, not bad for the money. There's better, but not bad. Yeah. And you got to respect that. So, and that was one of the reasons what led me to your channel as well, because I knew I was going to get an honest opinion, and that's so important. And that's why I went on YouTube. It just got me I started to feel good and started to come out of my shell. And I just got so mad at some of the stuff I was saying. I'm like, you know what? Well, I don't want to curse, but I'm just a nobody. I'm just a guy. Let me show everybody that everybody can do this. And so I opened up a channel and just was me in my living room, just crap. And people loved it. They loved it. So I was like, okay.
They love that. How can you not love the energy? I mean, you bring it. Chris, we were talking earlier before you came on and how we describe you. And Chris is like, take our energy and multiply it by 10, then do it again, right? And then maybe we're getting somewhere, right? So that's fun. So that's
worried.
I've heard your story before and how you got into drones, and I think that's fantastic. And I think there are a lot of people that you just kind of connect with the aircraft. You can kind of forget what's going on while you're flying, and that's great. Bot Grinder's got an awesome story. For those of you FPV guys out there, if you haven't heard his story, it's, similar sort of thing. And, I think it's awesome when, you find something you like to do, and you can dive into that to kind of get away from, lots of things are going on,
Yeah. Me and Bots are supposed to be making a video soon. I keep dishing him. He keeps saying, when are we going to do it? We got some hilarious ideas.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that. He's where is he at? I forget.
Oh, he's right down the street,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's right down the street. I can fly my drone and we can meet in the air. He's not right down the street. He's probably about 2.5 miles from me. But these drones go 2.5 miles, and I can see the drone. just letting the FAA know, because I'm sure they're being called. Mikey's on the TV, and the FAA, I'm sure, got a letter already. Guys, and listen, let me say I'm sorry now for any email that you get tomorrow about me.
We'll deal with it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. We're glad to have you here.
They freaking trolls. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Trolls are there, man. They're part of the deal. They do come out. But you know what? Like, most of the people that are watching, your stuff, our stuff, they're good people. That's why we do this. We can't let the small minority of trolls out there get us down. Yeah. So it's unfortunate, but the loud ones you hear.
From what I hear, Jack, that's actually a good thing. I mean, I'll never forget when I got my first one. I'm like, oh my God, I was just blown away how personal. And I won't say what he said, but Billy Kyle says to me, "Oh, really? You got your drone? Cool. What's so cool, Billy? He wants to kill me, and they're coming to get the van." He's like, "No, bro, you're doing good. That's what it means." And I was like, "Oh, okay. All right." So supposedly when you start to do better and your count goes up and you're getting some views, you get trolls. So It's the way it works. So if that's what you got to do to succeed in this world, okay. It's just, and like everything else, you can't have good without a little bit of bad, right? It's got to equal itself out somehow.
Yeah.
So where did you hear my story from? I'm curious. I mean, you don't watch my channel. You can't.
Occasionally I do. I think oh my God. It was on a live stream or something, or maybe it was on. No, I think it was a live stream. Kind of after all the FAA stuff happened, I jumped on there and I was listening to that. Or
gotcha.
Yeah, one thing I do a lot is I like to watch other people fly, and how do they make videos, and what do they say about drones? I just like to be informed about what's out there. I don't fly every day. I wish to say that I could. I've been, right now I've been rolling through the simulator on a daily basis, because kind of my goal is to get better at FPV. So I've been doing that every day with my son. It's kind of like a thing we do on a daily basis now. But so I do get a chance. I'll scroll through the YouTube and see what people are doing, and if I can find a channel that I haven't seen, I'll see what they got to offer. But yeah, I've been on your channel a handful of times.
Thank you, Jack. That means so much to me. And I've said it before. I mean, the whole YouTube thing, really, if you open your brain up and you just remain teachable, is really the key. You got to have humility, a little bit of humility anyway. I have a lot of it because of where I've been from. But if you remain teachable and you have some humility, everything could be a learning experience. And YouTube for me it's been amazing, just teaching me about as a human being. I'm a better human being, believe it or not, because of YouTube. Just learning how to edit, learning how to talk to other people, network myself, ask for help, and then shut up when you're getting it. There's just so many lessons that you can learn just by remaining teachable and being a little humble, knowing that there is a God and he ain't you, and a lot of people, especially when they get successful, you see that change in them. I hope to God that never happens to me, and I don't think it will. But there's no choice here. I will succeed. It's just what I'm going to do, and that's it. Now I might be dead before I do it, but we're getting there. I don't know how.
I like the attitude.
Yeah, and I know I didn't want to talk about the FAA stuff, and I don't want to go into it deep, but I do have a video coming out on that. I know the community was interested, and they did want to know the outcome of it. So I am working on a video and I think you guys will be surprised of what's going on. But so that'll be that. And really it's a downer. I mean, like, who wants to talk about that? It's so annoying. They annoy the crap out of me. They really do, guys, because some of the rules are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
There is a lot out there, but yeah, I mean, that is interesting, and we don't want to go into it because it's coming out in your video, and if if you're not, if you're watching this, you're not sure, there's a link in the description, video description to Mikey's channel, right? So if you want to check out Philly Drone Life, subscribe there, and you'll see that video, and he'll tell you, if you're not familiar with the situation, he got fined pretty hardcore, unlike anything I've ever seen or heard of before.
$182,000
for flying a Mavic Mini. Of all things. So, we don't, it's like he said, it's not, it's not great. That's terrible stuff. But, if you want to know how that turned out, go ahead and
guys, listen, don't get the wrong impression. And if anybody's out there, listen, I do believe in rules. I don't think that people should just be flying everywhere, and the rules are good. They need to be in place, because unfortunately you are going to have idiots that are going to fly in stadiums. You're going to have idiots that do bad things. It's just the way the world is. People will find anything good and turn it bad somehow. And so that's why there has to be rules. So I totally get it. But they just need to be, a little bit better handled. And
so do you think, what's your perspective on the way the rules are going? Do you think we're moving closer or further from sanity?
Absolutely further away. Crazy.
Okay.
Great. Absolutely craziness. To have the remote ID is just, hey, but let me tell you something. In a way, the little bad angel on my shoulder is kind of happy, because now a lot of people are going to be getting what I get. Because if you fly your drone where you aren't supposed to, or over somebody's house, now they're going to know where you are. They're going to know your phone number, your house, and all that. And now you're going to get the trolls that I'm getting. So it's going to get bad for a lot of people. So now live in my world. See how you like it. Yeah. So the bad little angels like, ha, 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 ha. And then the good part is like, come on, that's ridiculous. But, if you want my honest opinion, guys, I really do believe, and from my talking with the FAA, I'll break you the news right here. Sorry, I don't want to be a downer, but they don't want us in the air at all. They want us in an AMA park flying around in a circle. That's where they're happy. That's where they want you, and nowhere else. Period. Nowhere else. So if you're happy flying your $2,000 drone in a circle, I don't know what you're going to look at, but you can fly it. So around the circle. Go ahead. That's exactly what they want. That's what they told me. That's where I was told to go and fly the circle.
Yeah, it is crazy, and it'll be interesting. And I've actually been studying quite a bit of the rules and whatnot. I teach a drones class, so I gotta get brushed up on the stuff. But Yeah, it'll be interesting because the
Yeah.
the commercial space is something that they do want, and I do think they need to regulate it, but I think they need to regulate it because they want to sell the airspace to places like Amazon and
That's the part that gets me
whatnot,
so-
right? So that there's a revenue stream, and if you and I are flying our drones, and Amazon doesn't know where we are, that that's loss of revenue and stuff.
Yeah. So for my experience, for the first time ever, and it's probably well overdue, given we have a drone YouTube channel. I did the Lank authorization for the first time this week.
I love it. I love doing Lank. Dude, let me just say, Chris, dude, I love Lank. I was so afraid of it. Oh my God, because I think about 80,000 of some of the fines were, you didn't have Lank approval. Who the hell is Lank? I learned, and dude, when you get the text message, "Fing, you're okay to fly," you feel so like, okay, everybody get out of my way. I have permission. It just feels so good. So I'm into the rules. But it's easy, right, Chris? Was it easy?
Yeah, it was easy. I used I didn't use Before You Fly and Kitty Hawk. I used Air Map.
Oh, okay.
App. It let me sketch out a zone, and that was important for me as opposed to a radius.
Correct.
Because this is a little bit of a weird thing. I was flying the Evo 2, which was kind of nice because it doesn't have. It's kind of unlocked from that standpoint.
Yeah.
It has none of the geofence, so you can go fly places you shouldn't really more easily than the more modern DJI drones. But I was flying at Charlotte Motor Speedway, so we got a connection there. Got inside, you mentioned stadiums, but
Metro is amazing.
Metro
Did that come up on your Metro supports every drone? He must be a millionaire.
Yeah,
he gives 10s and 20s to every freaking drone channel.
We appreciate it, Metro drones. We rarely do we ever get super chats on here. We do this. We do this for fun, right? But we certainly appreciate it. If anyone else wants to join Metro drones, hey, thumbs up there.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But what's funny about Charlotte Motor Speedway, and so I got inside there, had a connection, had permission from the Speedway to fly. Actually, Jack's uncle, not my uncle, Jack's uncle, drove me in a Toyota Tacoma around this NASCAR track at like 120 miles an hour, which feels insane.
Wow.
But anyway, I flew a little bit there. But what's insane about the place is 1/4 of the track you can't get Lank approval on. They grid out the airspace,
altitude zone, right?
There's a rectangle that's 0.
Yeah.
And it's like, just in case, I don't know if it's somebody's going to land their plane, on the straightaway in front of the bleachers.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know what's going on, so it doesn't make sense. And what's funny is the guy who we were with said that somebody got in trouble for flying on that corner of the track before.
Oh God!
So it's a little
he
goofy.
got a letter from the FAA. He was in that part of the track.
Yeah. They're like, review the footage. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing there. They're probably racing some, NASCAR cars versus drone video or something.
That is weird how it's just a part of the track would be. Well, it also could be, I guess if somebody got in trouble, it is real though, because I know the apps aren't 100%. There are some issues with some of the apps. I know even in Kitty Hawk, sometimes things don't make sense. It's just not right. Sometimes you should be able to fly and you just can't for whatever reason. It's always over,
But yeah, I do like, similar to you, I was impressed with the process. I mean, my last exposure, we don't usually have to worry about it. We're out here in the cornfields, so the number of times we got to look at anything is like never. So since I drove across the country and back, I was looking everywhere and looking at these maps. It's so much easier than reading, the FAA's maps. They're littered with numbers all over the place. Is this in hundreds, statute miles, kilometers? I don't know what's going on. But, so I forgot everything. No, I didn't. I know everything about the maps.
That's right. Yes, you do. And you can see your drone everywhere. Yeah.
But at all times. My drone's orange now. So, yeah, I can. And but yeah, it's fun to use because you get that text message. You're like, somehow I'm official now. even though nobody reviewed it. Nobody's
your
gonna
name
know
in
that
it.
I'm there. It's just
All
there so
these
they know when
codes.
when I do something naughty, they know they know who to go ask. Is really what it's all about. But
And that's what I like about it, Chris, because you're giving me permission to fly where I'm flying, which means if I don't do it, I know I ain't doing nothing bad other than enjoying the beautiful perspective. So I know I'm good. If somebody else does something, that's proof that it wasn't me. That's why I support all that stuff. I kind of like it for that reason, especially being in a city. There's dingbats. They're just dingbats. They're people. I got accused the other day. A woman came up to me and says, "You need to stop flying your drone next to my window." Now, I've heard these stories and nobody's ever approached me. And as long as I've been flying, it finally happened. She accused me of spying on her while she's exercising with my drone. And at the time she accused me, I had the goggles on my head, the FPV drone. I'm all like shickily dicked up, Oh, yeah, it just came down. She's like, "Oh, that wasn't the drone." I says, "No, I don't think so." And I talked to her. I says, "But I'm glad you approached me." I went in, I got my drones. I educated with her. I told her who it might be, how drones fly, how they need to be in line of sight. So that's how they're going to get reception. In the city, you got to fly different. We live up rows, up small streets. So I couldn't go fly up the next street below the rooftop. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't have signal. So I was trying to, if this guy was low enough that he's looking in her window, then that drone's coming. Somebody up that street is doing it. So I tried to show her, and she was like, "Oh, thank you so much." She was very nice. But the point is, she accused me. I know. I says, "How do you know it's me?" "Well, you're the only one with drones." "Really?" Okay.
I think there might be someone else. Was she worth spying on though? That's another question.
that's what I was going to ask. I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Do you wish that you were spying on her?
No. And that's the thing. And I said to her, I says, "I don't mean no disrespect, but you could go on your porno one. They're naked. You had gym clothes on, right?" She started laughing. I says, "Why would I look at you? I can have them take it all off." Come on.
That's hilarious.
But it kills me that they still think you're going to do that. And I showed, and what's so funny? Show somebody the perspective of the drone, everything changes.
Yeah.
I literally took the goggles off of my head and put them to her eyes. And she was like, wow. I mean, it's just like, whoa. And so it's amazing. Come on. To be up in that sky, you're a bird for that little bit of time.
I'm with you. It is awesome. That's obviously that's one of the reasons we do it. We got look at this. We got a second super chat of the night. Joe Blaylock. Joe's a great dude. He's one of our patrons. Hold on. Check this out. We've got Joe. Joe won our new merch.
Look at him!
2 weeks in a row. Look at him sporting that beautiful.
I know you, Joe. You got that. He looks familiar, but everything.
Yeah. Joe's on. I've seen Joe on other channels when I'm watching. I think Joe, maybe or maybe not. I think I might have sent you this T-shirt because he won 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, I like the blue one. I like the blue one.
This is a different design. New design we got going on here. But we do this thing, Mikey, called Turtle Time. I don't if you. We've kind of incorporated into our show. So Chris, in a little bit here, Chris is going to fly a tiny whoop around his basement. We're going to have people guess how long they think he can fly before he crashes, and whoever is closest, we're going to send him usually we send a T-shirt. We're going to send a drone today.
Get out of here!
So we're gonna do that.
Oh shit! What is that? What kind of drone? That looks like a friggin' Inspire, man.
It looks that's a drone we're giving away. It looks like an Inspire.
Guys, they're giving away an Inspire. Wow.
I think it looks like the alien from Alien.
It does. It does look like an alien. Yeah. So Joe says he's getting the same shirt. I like the way this one. This one's I don't know. Maybe this one's extra comfy. I think it's for whatever this cotton is.
I got to do merch. I love you guys that put together. It isn't easy putting together a symbol and deciding what you want. as your symbol. I still haven't done it. My symbol was made by a friend of mine who just threw it up there to get me started on YouTube. I just never changed it. I figure, okay, I'll just leave it there for now. So I made a goal if I ever hit 10,000, which hopefully I will. I'll
get there.
Yeah,
you'll get there soon. We've played around with a bunch of logos. We design a lot of it ourselves, monkey around with it ourselves. It's a lot of work using rudimentary tools. So
PowerPoint, mostly PowerPoint skills. To be fair, but you can do a lot in PowerPoint. People don't realize
you guys computer guys. Is that your daytime job or?
I get way too good at PowerPoint in my daytime job. Yeah.
No, I do. Computers aren't like foreign to me, I wouldn't say, but they're not. Like in terms of video editing and in photo editing is something that I've learned because of drones. Right,
guys. I'm getting chats on my channel. I'm not even there. I'm making money on Philly Drone Life Show, and I'm on another show.
Boom.
How awesome is that?
That's awesome.
Boom.
This is the greatest job on the face of the planet. I mean, come on, guys.
It is a lot of fun. I mean,
that's YouTubers awesome.
It is a lot of fun. What people don't get. Whoa!
Speedy!
This is nuts. Look at this. Speed limit challenger.
Mike, we're having you on next week too. You're just printing money.
Oh, too funny.
Yes.
Speed limit challenger. I don't know that I don't know if we've seen you in the chat before, but welcome to the show. We appreciate it.
Coming back.
Yeah, keep coming back. Well, we're having a good old time. So all right, so we're gonna get Chris flying here in a second. So Chris, if you wanna get yourself set up, I'll ask Mikey some questions. So Mikey,
yes,
have you had any?
Wait, should we start taking votes now?
Okay, yeah. So go ahead. How long is Chris going to fly? Go ahead and throw your time in the chat starting now, right? And then we'll call time. But I'll ask Mikey some questions while Chris is getting himself set up. And are you gonna throw the FPV on the screen?
What's he gonna do? Just how long? Is there?
Yes. So people are gonna guess. So like Matt Cundiff guessed that Chris is gonna fly for 1 minute and 25 seconds before it crashes. Game of Drones went for 239 seconds.
Gotcha.
See, people are messing me up because now some people put minute and seconds, and some people do total seconds, and then I got to do math, and then odds of me making a mistake are high. So all right. So Mike Ring, Mike. So one rule: if Chris doesn't last 20 seconds or longer, we're going to call it a redo, right? So guess 20 seconds or longer, and it's until his battery dies, he crashes and can't flip over. So if he has to do a turtle mode, then we call it. So place it here. 6 seconds isn't going to work. He's gonna go longer than 20 seconds or it doesn't count. So whoever is closest to the time, all right, we'll send you a drone.
There you go, guys. Come on, get it in there. Get your guesses in.
So get your guesses in.
Saw 3. Was that 3 minutes?
How do I get in? I want to get the hell in. I'm watching my channel.
You can throw a guess and we'll send you a drone.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Where we'll put it in.
30 seconds.
Okay.
BPDL. 30 sec. All right. So, Mikey, funniest thing that ever happened to you while you were flying?
Oh, God. Funniest thing ever happened? They're all funny, Jack. I mean, every freaking flight is like candy. I don't know. Funniest thing.
Okay, let's go back. If you could only you only get one drone. You got to choose one from all of your boxes. What's it gonna be?
Okay. Now that's a hard one. And guys I would probably say you're gonna hate me. Please don't hate me.
I won't hate it.
Mavic 2 Pro.
Mavic 2 Pro is a really good drone.
I don't like the my neck part. Ow, my neck. What that means is the camera bump. It's ow, my neck. Every time it does that, it's like, oh shit, I feel like I break my neck. And it's a big joke back on my channel. But anyway, yeah. So other than that, I mean, I would like to pick the Air 2S. The only problem I have with this newer drone, guys, is it's underpowered. I love everything about it. I love the camera. I love all the little tricks it does.
Yeah.
Gimbal is amazing, but it's a little underpowered.
Okay. All right. That makes that.
That's just for me.
Totally valid. Yeah. I mean, it's a smaller drone, right? So it's not
correct. It's supposed to be right.
Smaller propellers. It's not going to get, you're not going to get quite as much thrust. So
that's what I say. You say I only get one drone. So if I only get one, Mavic 2 Pro flies night, it flies day, and it flies windy, it flies nice. So there you go. That's what
not a bad choice. Not there isn't a wrong answer here, right? Like, if you said, one of these, right? I love these things. I would have sometimes I just want a tiny whoop because I can fly this around my house and chase my dog.
I know. I want to get back into the whooping.
But
my son had so much fun as well. It's so much fun playing with the kids.
They're a blast. They are a
Speaking
blast.
of whooping, Jack, before this thing overheats, I better get it moving.
All right, I got my clock ready. All right, so no more guesses.
Oh my God, Misty's here.
All right, Chris.
How do I say
Yeah, tour the basement here.
All
FAA
right.
has no jurisdiction.
FAA does not have jurisdiction here. That is true. Indoors, you can do whatever you want. All right, so here we go. Flying around.
So a little off.
Yeah, let's see what's going on. We're at like 8 seconds. Okay. We're gonna hit the picture yet? Or are we a little timid here, Chris?
I'm feeling a little timid.
You're a little timid. You're not going through the rings. Oh, there it is.
Oh, he's ripping. He's ripping.
Now you're going. Now we're going. All right, we've passed the 20-second mark.
Oh my God.
We're coming up on the 30-second mark.
Oh,
we passed 30 seconds.
Chris.
Boom.
Oh, we almost hit that
yourself.
dude.
All right, Chris. I want to see an in and out through that. Through the picture frame. In and out of the picture frame. Let's do it.
Picture frame. All right.
In and out. In one, out the other. Let's do it. Yeah, there you go. All right, now let's hit the. How about the gymnastics rings? Can you get the rings?
Oh, they're tiny.
They are.
Come on, hit the ring.
There we go. Oh. Are we just past a minute? Just past a minute.
He's pretty good.
Oh, got some
come
skills.
On. Force it in there. Force it in there, Chris. You can do it. Yes. He got it.
I don't think I got it, but
well, you're close. It's hard to tell. It's okay.
Let's
about a minute and a half going through. Solid work here. Solid work.
Wow.
All right, fly the. I like when you fly the studio. Do like a little orbit of yourself here, so we can see.
That's him. Look at the studio. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Are we still going?
No. Look at the time. Look at the time.
No, still going. He's still going. We're still going.
You got the backup timer on?
I've got.
He's still ripping.
I've got my timer going.
Wow. I'm way off.
I mean, he's going. The battery will only last so long. So right. He's already over 2 minutes. So it's gonna.
Is it tagging yet? Is it tagging, Chris? A little. Wow. They've gotten so good too. Oh yeah, it is. I can see it tagging.
Recovered. All right, now.
In a globe.
Take it over the globe. All right, we're calling it. 229 is the total arm, so almost 2.5 minutes.
That's what I said. That's it. I said 229. Lon, come on, Lon. That's not what I said.
Urban Legends at 158. Joe is at 223. He cannot win 3 weeks in a row.
No way. I thought I saw 230 up there. No.
All right. What? I'm still looking.
Yeah, we got
239. That's 239. 223 is still closer. 222, 223, Joe. 243, no. 239. I mean, Joe's just gonna keep coming to this channel every single show because he somehow manages to just keep winning.
I'm so confused.
Am I missing something? 223.
Whose show am I on? I'm so confused. Why all these people look like the people that come into my show?
Yeah, they are. You're bringing them to us. We love you for it. I've seen some of these, like a lot of these people, they're drone people. Drone people, they're good people. They're bouncing from your show to my show to Dobo's show to everybody's show. Yeah.
Hey, did you know he's doing
we can't give it to someone else. It's Joe again with another win.
Joe gets the same thing every time, or what's the secret, Joe?
I don't know what his secret sauce is, but he's got you dialed in. Is he in the other room? Check your other room to make sure
something's going on there, guys. 3 weeks in a row.
I think it actually
fix. Here's a fix. So I would just bail him out just so that people don't troll you. I'm sorry, Joe, but you lost. I'm sorry, even though you won, you lost.
We're gonna give it. We can't.
We'll give you a sticker.
We're giving it to Joe this week.
We might have to.
We might have to ban him from guessing. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't understand.
You're banned off the show. Don't come back, Joe. Sorry, you win every time. You're done.
That's great. No, congrats. And you know what? We managed to get another super chat. Like, look at this.
We're making a fortune, guys. Can I come every week? Place it here, yo. Put it on Philly Drone like that. They not splitting it with me, guys. Come on.
We'll have to send you a T-shirt, Mikey.
I want a shirt. Yeah, I want a shirt.
We can do that. Hell yeah.
Size small.
All right, we have to give another drone away, right? So we got Patreon. So we have. All right, so Mikey, once a month we give a drone to one of our Patreons, and we have 13 of them, right? So it's like one out of, and it's like $200 drones or better, usually 150, 200, goggles, stuff like that, remotes. One out of 11 chance to win once a month, right? So
that's amazing. Guys, get over to Patreon. Now listen, if you want to join my membership, I'm giving away empty boxes once a week, every Monday, guys. It's a drone box, though, and it had a drone in it.
That's hilarious. So this week the winner is number 2. That's Matt Turley. So we're gonna send Matt Turley a drone too.
Oh, Matty, I'm sorry, Matt.
I'm a cat.
That's actually so nice to do the giveaways like that. It really gets the new people into the hobby too.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, you see these drones on our wall. We get a lot of drones, and when they hit the wall, usually they're broken. But and we give drones away to kids all the time. I work it up at a school. I donate them to kids there too, or nieces and nephews, kids down the street, friends. But again, we still end up with, drones. So why not give them to people watching our channel? And, why not give them to Patreon? So they support us. So we send a drone their way, Now,
what did you say you do? Do you you teach drones?
I teach at a high school. So I teach at a public high school. And this year, I'm teaching a drones class, Mikey. It is the coolest thing. Like I got to write the curriculum for this class. Like right now we just finished our Part 107 training. So these kids, they took my part of the Part 107 test that I wrote for them today. And any kid that got 80% or better, the school is going to pay for them to sit for the FAA test, right?
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. So starting on Friday, we're doing videography. So we got some donations from some companies where we've got Paradonafis and Mavic Minis, and we actually have a couple of Skydios. We're gonna the last part of class I'm teaching these guys how to fly drones, to take take pictures and video and different moves and rule of thirds. And we're going to talk about photography and stuff like that.
And that's basically all it is. I mean, that's what a drone is. It's getting your camera and flying it in the sky. And I think that's why I love drones so much. As long as I can remember, I've loved photography. I just loved it. I've always seen things in a picture. Oh wow, look at it. You know, I've appreciated a tree, you know, but the way the tree hung and you know, just things like that. So when drones came and you can take pictures and the perspective is just so amazing. And I'll tell you guys, I tell this to a lot of people. I hated the city. I hated my life here. You know, it was mixed up with a lot of drugs, a lot of problems in the family, single home. It's just, I just hated it. I hated being in the city until I set the drone up, and it changed everything. After I saw what the city looks like at 400 feet, I love our city now. I love Philadelphia. Yeah. I love the way it looks, what it has to offer, and I never felt that way until I started droning. And so just by changing your perspective or changing your way and remaining teachable and staying a little humble, major changes, you know, really opens the door for anything. And but I love it. I really do. And do you guys have a 107 or is it? I guess you have to, right? If you're going to be teaching that.
Yeah, I do. And Chris, we both do. We both have our 107. Awesome. Chris actually took the test the very first day that it was available to take at like 9 a.m. or something. So Chris might be, he's one of the first people
in the central
in the
time zone,
States.
At least. I'm probably like
he's the first one. So you know, there were some people maybe in New York and in Philly that got theirs before him because the testing centers opened up. But yeah, Chris sat for that 107 on day one that it was available.
Will you keep renewing it, Chris? Is that what you do?
You keep changing the rules up, right? You can do it online now, all kinds of craziness. So yeah, you got to re-up it. That's the deal. I'm gonna do some of the newer stuff. Jack's actually kept me up to dates and on what I got to go do, get the nighttime waiver stuff hammered out. It's all online now. I think we can actually thank COVID a little bit. Making some of this stuff a little bit easier to do now. So
correct. Let me ask you a question about the test. There's a couple reasons why I haven't taken the 107. A large reason really is some of the people, the bad people that once they get their 107, well, you know what? I ain't going to go there. What I'll say is that it's made it very unattractive for me to want to get. Because I feel like there's so much drone police. As soon as they get their 107s, you're bringing a loon. Just watch what you're doing and leave me the hell alone. And so I guess you don't realize how much you can affect somebody else's decision. And I know that's me that's allowing that, but that's one of the reasons. The other reason is the questions on the test. I mean, my God. We're flying drones, guys. Drones.
You're not wrong there because very little of the test is relevant to someone flying a drone, right? So like understanding the airspace is important, and there are some rules. I don't want to say that there aren't, but they're like the freaking METAR weather reports, for goodness sakes, like. Why is that even still a thing? Like, come on. If I want to know what the damn weather is, I'm going to use the app on my phone and it's going to tell me 72 degrees and sunny instead of like code. It looks like someone fell asleep on their keyboard.
What about the testicular clouds and stratus clouds? We can't go above 400 feet. It's a freaking cloud. It's a puffy. They're beautiful. Right. That's it. That's all we need to know. But if and that's it gets me so mad. Even like tying that into the FAA, the test should be a special test. We are not pilots. We fly cameras, and it should be centered around that because there's a lot of things we should know that ain't on that test that could keep you from hurting somebody or losing your drone. Ask people about return to home and setting your heights, and they're the important things.
I think you're right there. Like there could be some more, like running through checklists, and I don't know, maybe that was part of the training that we did, or I don't think there were any questions, but you're right. It could be better. Now there is a hobbyist test in the works, and I'm very curious to see what that will actually look like. And I don't know the point of the hobbyist test. Like, is it like all hobbyists must pass this test and not find an AMA, or I'm just speculating there, right? I don't know what the motivation is. I hope it's let's just say it's for education, right? So people know and they're better flyers, right? I don't know if it's just that, but that would be great. But you're right, like a lot of this stuff is largely irrelevant to a drone pilot, right? And none of it comes to, can you actually fly a drone? You can take and pass this class without ever picking up a drone, and that's
and here's the big question, the big elephant in the room. They're sold at Target and Kmart to anyone. There's no age limit. There's no license you need. So what is going on with the whole FAA and this and that and your sister's ass? A kid can walk into a store, buy a drone, and send it. I mean, come on.
And people are doing that, yeah.
They're so dangerous, and they need to be, so much protected. What are you doing selling them in a store to anybody? Put some limits on them. Make sure you need a driver's license. You got to be 18 years old. You got to show this. You got to show that. Put some, or don't sell them, but there's money involved. So they can't have it both ways. And that's the stuff that needs to change. And so when you ask, going back to the question you asked me in the beginning, is it getting better or worse? That's why I chose worse, because instead of going more toward that direction, they're going more toward, well, now we need to find out who you are when you fly, which I'm trying to pull out the positive. And I got to give a shout out to Billy Kyle. I love that kid, because here's a 23-year-old kid that is more mature than any 23-year-old in the face of this earth. And he's really trying to get me, not get me, he has helped me start to see the positive in everything. And it's right. I mean, the positive part about that is, hey, if somebody does commit a crime, it ain't me. You can tell it ain't me. It's a little one, but it angers me. And then, we're in the United States, so you kind of feel like your freedoms are really getting, infringed upon. And I'm not a crazy like that, but I wish they'd leave me alone. Let me go fly my little toy. And, come on. I understand there's some rules, but, these other drones, the Mavic 2 Pros, I mean, these things go miles. There should be a license or something that you are supposed to have to get that drone, if it's so, dangerous and regulated. But it's not, so, I guess.
I wonder if that is coming though with this hobbyist test, right? So like, there's the 250 gram rule that you're supposed to register with the FAA. I wonder if, they start making rules that if it's over 250 grams that you have to have passed. Maybe it's just this hobbyist test, right? So who knows? You're probably right. Something's coming, and with the remote ID, we know regulation is coming, and the Part 107 tells us that regulation is coming, and it's going to continue to evolve, and there are reasons that it needs to evolve, because there are knuckleheads out there and people that do things that they shouldn't.
I totally agree with you.
It gives us a bad name,
Yeah, it really does. But. There's two sides to everything, and so the drones, it's a touchy topic for me, because I live in a city. We covet what we can see, what we have. So you have a farm, you have cornfields. Wonderful. That's amazing. I mean, look how lucky you are. You don't have to hit anything. Your FPV drones probably last a lot longer than mine because I live in a concrete jungle. So I crashed. Now I got to go fix the drone, period. But I also, when I take the drone off, there's cars. There might be a human being walking, but again, if you look back at the records of drones, there's nobody's been killed. And you just don't even look at that. Just look at my record. There's no crashes. Nobody's been hurt. There's no incidences. So leave me alone, and I think that's the way they need to do it to everybody. But I do understand there has to be rules.
But you're right. But there's also there's common sense, and
yes.
There's a slap on the wrist, and there's like a you owe us a house sort of thing.
Right.
There's kind of a difference in
well, let me tell you. Not without getting into it. Let's get into it. but I don't want to get into it. But the point, I forgot what I was going to say. I love it. Thank you.
You were about to get into it.
Yeah.
But you weren't going to get into it.
That's the good guy, the bad guy. Yes. Thanks, Jack. Chris. Thank you, there. Chris is, you were about to get into it. Oh, I'm still. But the problem I have with that house thing that you just mentioned is if a person breaks a regulation and you want to find them, great. Okay, you broke the regulation, send them the $1,000 fine or $1,500, whatever you say it is, and then they handle it. They decide whether they want to fight it, pay it, whatever. Send them the fine. Okay, great. That's not what happened to me. That's not what they did. They waited a whole year. Did they get in touch with me? Yeah, I've gotten a couple letters. Did I respond? Absolutely. And without mentioning the name, Ken Herron, I won't mention his name, but he went on his show telling 400 people in his chat, the kid's an idiot. He deserves, when you ignore 123 letters, 123. Where do you hear this? And again, guys, this is about when somebody tells you something and then 3 weeks later, when it comes back around to get to you, it's a totally different story. Totally different. It's not what happened. You'll hear what happened in the thing. But trust me, look at me. Do I look like I'm going to ignore the government? I'm not going to ignore. If somebody called me in the government or sent me a letter, you could bet your life that I responded to all of them. You could bet your life on it. Now, did they respond back? No, they're the FAA. It takes days to get a hold of them, days sometimes. And did I do it? Absolutely. Do I have it on tape? Absolutely. I'm stupid enough to record myself doing all that. But beside all that, my point is there was no fine. They then at the end of a year went back for the whole year because that's all they could go back was 1 year. If they could go back 2, they'd go back 2. And then said, okay, let's go back a year. Let's pull up a channel. Okay, this one, 1,500. This one, 1,500. This one, 1,500. Okay, this one, 1,500. Oh, yeah, there's a person here, 1,500. Okay, yeah, there's a car there, 1,500. Oh, it was windy, 1,500. And there's 1,500. Are you freaking kidding me? If you look at my videos, and here's the other thing. I got to say this. When I did that, out of respect, guys, because I was born in a Christian house, I thought you're supposed to do the right thing. I went on YouTube, not to smack them in the face. I went, you know what? Okay, they're doing this. I went and got every single video that they said was not right, and I deleted it. I deleted over 250 videos. I got rid of 100,000 views, hundreds and maybe even 1 million views. Got rid of them all. That's my livelihood. Threw it out the window because out of respect. I didn't want people to see these bad videos, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And then the trolls still came in. Oh, no wonder why you're getting it. Getting what? Every video that's on my channel is supposedly okay from the FAA because they looked at every single one. Yeah. So, but my point is, Why could you do that? You go back a whole freaking year. If that ain't somebody trying to make a statement or to, then I don't know what is. And it goes for way further than that. Trust me, guys. And I'll get more into it later.
So
but
when can we expect to see your the video on your channel? You're working on it now?
Yeah, I would say at least give me another week, because I'm pulling up. I don't just want to talk. I want to show some proof. And I don't know how much I can show without putting my stuff out there. And I also don't understand how much I can play. I have conversations with the FAA. Conversations. You'll pee yourself. Here's how professional. You want to hear how professional they are? Click.
Have you
hung up on me?
I wonder, if it serves you better to let them know that this is your thought, right? So
did it.
Okay.
Already did it. I sent them a letter, and I'll read the letter that I sent to them in the video. Yeah. And you're gonna just love it. You're gonna love it, because it's Mikey. Listen, guys, I am who I am. I don't fake to be anybody else. I'm a little goofy. Hey, I guess 20 years of drugs get you like this. I don't know. Or maybe I was born like this. I don't know. But I'm me, and I'm not going to be anybody else other than me. And I'm not going to change who I am either. It's just me. So that's who my channel is. It's me. Now, was I flying a drone? Never. I don't fly. I love drones, but I don't fly them. I commentate over the video. They don't believe me.
Yeah.
Hey, and at first you try to do the right thing. You try to do everything the right way, and then you learn real fast that will get you nowhere quick. So you know what? Like the million people on YouTube, wasn't me flying. So, I mean, that's really the way I feel about things, and it gets me angry, because if you watch YouTube, and that's what this is all about, and that's the other part that gets me crazy. It's the FAA. What are they doing watching YouTube? But they're not watching YouTube. It's a troll. Once again, you guys can have the same problem if somebody calls on Jack or Chris. You'll get the same letter. All you need is a guy not liking you. It's all you need. Yeah. One person that doesn't like you that'll send a video in, and whether you broke the rule or not, you're going to get a letter, because that's what they're supposed to do. They have to investigate. Are you kidding me? We have terrorists coming into our country. Is that the best you can do? You're the federal government. Is that what's the best that you can do? I mean, come on. You're a toy, 243 grand toy. We got freaking people trying to kill us, but you're worried about the plastic toy. Okay, let's find him a house. Oh, it gets me so mad. And so, there's very good possibility there's a lawsuit. So I got to be careful about this. I'm looking into it. There's damages. There's real damages. There's doctor bills. There's some serious stuff here that they need to pay for. I'm no pawn for anybody, and that's what they used me as. No, that's why they went to Forbes magazine. What do you need, a bigger donator? So I'm sorry, guys. You have to stand for something or fall for anything. And I don't care who they are. I'm not a bad guy. I fly these things because I love them. I'm safe at what I do. I use my common sense. And I'm sorry if a car moved underneath the drone that I was supposedly flying. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, we hope that it works out for you.
It already did. Trust me.
It's it does stink. I forgot, Mikey, and all this talk. Banggood. So Banggood they're the ones sending the drone to the Troll Time winner, right? So they sent us some codes for some discounts, and I forgot to tell people we got some discounts if you want them. I'm sure they're probably in the chat.
See what happens?
It's fine, like that. I don't know how many people want these codes, right? But
okay,
so look at this. Have you seen this?
Oh, come on!
This is a speaker.
Oh, geez.
We're gonna turn it on. they put on this drone.
That's dangerous.
It has the voice of the trumpet.
So I can send this, Mikey, when my kids are down the street, they're playing. I need them to come home for lunch. I'm like, hey, guys, I need you to come home and eat dinner.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So basically, it's an enterprise drone. It's
totally. Just it's like an enterprise, except instead of spending a couple of grand, this is, I think, $250.
Get them on her hot, guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds even better when the props are spinning.
Yeah. What's the range on that drone? Like 200 feet? You can really carry that message far.
No, this one's got, I think this one's got like a half-mile range. You might, I don't know if you can tell or not, but so when you put this thing on top, the GPS gets a little bit wonky. I've crashed this thing I like 4 or 5 times. Like it's like you don't crash GPS. It's a GPS drone. It's actually, when you take this speaker off, it's a decent drone. It's got a three axis.
Let me ask you something. These drones that you are flying, some of them are cool looking.
Yeah.
When is DJI going to change the look of their drones? I was so upset that this new drone looks like all the rest of the drones. Come on, guys.
I agree. I thought the original Mavic Air was one of their best looking drones.
People say that. That's why I kept it. I have it right here if you want to see it. That's why I kept it.
Well, I think it looks better than their whatever their other Mavic lineup.
Anything, Jack. Just change it up a little bit. And the rebuttal to that'll be, well, you don't change something that works. I get it. But they're aliens. I'm sure they can think of another shape that'll work. Yeah. I mean, let's face it. Everything they do is amazing. So they can figure out another shape. Now, they did put the little humps on the new one. Okay. The little Ferrari hump. Nice. Okay. But... by the way, can we talk about that drone for a second? Is that the best drone you've ever flown in your life? Come on, guys.
The Air 2S?
The Air 2S.
A little underpowered.
Nice. It's a little underpowered. I know, I like it. Chris hasn't flown it yet.
He hasn't flown.
He's been in Carolina, so I picked it up the day it was released.
Give me your opinion on it. Your 100 honest opinion on it. I don't care if you disagree with me. That's the great thing about it.
I don't think people should, if you want to be a photographer, I don't think there's another drone you should buy. Like in terms of value, that camera is really good.
It's amazing.
The camera is really good.
Really good.
The image transmission is better than any DJI drone I've ever flown.
Similar to the FPV.
Yeah, similar to the FPV. Like it is just... It's good.
That makes a difference, right? The lag and the choppiness gets annoying. So that is, DJI is always leading the way on transmission. Autel sometimes leaps ahead of them for a little bit on some other hardware issues, but transmission is great. Hey guys, Jack, I want you guys to keep going. I got a split though. I got an issue to go deal with here.
Gonna put to bed.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I've been requested. So I got to sign out. But you guys keep going. And thanks for all of the super chats today, guys. It's been great being with you. And Mikey, it's been a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. I hope I didn't scare you, Chris.
No, not at all.
I know I'm a little much sometimes. Please forgive me if I scared you.
Not at all. Thanks
I
again.
do calm down after a few minutes.
Yeah. No, it's good. No, it's perfect.
So nice meeting you too.
Yeah, good to meet you too.
It's been fun. So what else we got coming on our channel? We've got
he just left you, Jack.
He did. He left me. Now it's just the two of us.
It's the fellow. Here he is.
And he's out. He's dipping. He's dipping on me.
Guys, welcome in. It's the Philly and Jack show here at Half Chrome. We're gonna call it his ass Chrome. Here we go.
I'm
sorry. Are we allowed to say ass on your channel or no?
Yeah, it's a live stream. It's we're not monetizing, so it's all good. Just people come on, they watch if they want to. They don't have, it's all good.
I told the wife, I says, she said, well, who are they? I said, it's a great drone channel. And I tried to get her to remember who you guys were. And I says, but I'm sure there's a lot of kids that watch it. And she went, oh shit. Could you please watch your language, Michael? I said, I will. So I haven't had an F word yet. F-bomb not one time.
And I appreciate it. My son will watch from time to time. I don't think he's watching tonight. I do know, I teach the high school, right? So I got high school kids that sometimes will watch some of my students, but it's whatever they're it is what it is, right? So whatever, we're fine. It's real life. I haven't really, that these chats have been just kind of flying through. Haven't had a chance to look.
Dude, you should see my channel. Jack, they're ripping me because we talked about the FAA. We got about 30 trolls, all you effing this, you effing that. My wife is Xing people out. You see what I mean?
It's hilarious.
And it's like, and I guarantee it, they got their 107. Guarantee they start quoting rules from the book. And it's like, are you serious, bro? Listen, I got news for you. You're not a pilot. You fly a drone. They think that, and I no disrespect, please, no disrespect, but come on, it's a toy. It's 200.
You're right, though. It's a camera. It's a camera that you put in the air, and some of them are nice, and some of them are not so nice.
I'm just talking about the Mini. It's 243 grams.
Let me ask you about the What do you think about the DJI FPV drone?
Oh, thank you for bringing it up. Now, this thing gets me crazy. Oh, my God, do I love it.
I do, too. And I didn't initially. Because, I like...
Yes.
Not this one, actually, but...
Well...
This one. So this guy, it's got it's got the DJI Air unit. This is like one of the first real drones that I built from scratch by myself, right? So I sourced some parts. I got these are Good Venture drone motors. They're a local.
Thank you, Misty. Now they're donating to the FAA fund. You don't see it. It's happening on my channel, Jack. I'm sorry.
That's hilarious. But this is so different, right? And then when I flew the DJI FPV, I'm like, eh. And then I flew it some more, and I'm like, gosh, this transmission system is awesome. I love the picture.
Yes.
It's so much better than this even,
Well, let me tell you something. I loved it. It's not like your regular FPV drones. No. And it's totally different.
You're right.
And in that way, I liked my FPV drones better. Mm-hmm. I was able to fly them better. I had more control over them. The power on a regular FPV drone is just through the roof, doubled with the DJI drone is. But without that being said, coming from a camera side, remember for the last 2 years I wasn't flying FPV, I was flying cameras. So, and I think that's what it was. They were trying to turn the people that are cameras, getting them into the sport. And let me tell you something. It was a drone that for the first month, all I've flown was sport mode. Mm-hmm. And that's all you need to do. Yeah. And that's what I loved about it. You get the feeling of flight, the 67 miles an hour, and sports mode, you feel like you're flying the drone. And it's just DJI knows how to do it so well that they can throw in all them safety factors and the return to home, all that wonderful technology, and put it on a drone that, an FPV drone. So that's the part that really just turns me on. Not to mention the goggles, it's just wonderful. I did have to change the foam. You do have to make a couple. I don't know if you changed your foam, but I didn't like the way it was fitting my face. They sell a.
Oh yeah. You know what? It is uncomfortable. I ordered. I have a couple of aftermarket ones that I don't really like. They're better, but they don't fit well. I ordered one. It's been back ordered, so I haven't actually gotten mine yet. So I'm
waiting to the foam changed the whole experience of the drone. It changed everything because it killed the light leak on the bottom for me. Yeah. And again, everybody's face is different, but this foam is thick enough and soft enough to where no matter what your face is, it's going to squeeze in there. And it's like you said, if for no other reason, 03 is amazing. I can fly that FPV drone 1,000 feet to the side, 2,000 feet behind me in circles and still be pointing this way with my eyes, in the goggles, and be behind me 1,500 feet and have perfect signal. I mean, what drone you can do that? Not to mention that you can also send it, and I did 11,000 feet, and it still had more to go. Had more to go.
Yeah,
but
no,
the battery had to.
It's insane. It is something
exciting,
else.
Right?
The technology is out there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at Liam.
Oh, Liam, thank you, my friend.
Man. That's solid stuff. We do this for fun, and we thanks for supporting us. We take the money, we buy more drones. That's DJI didn't send us the Air 2. We had to go out and buy that stuff. That's so a lot of these little drones, right? We do get sent, right? Correct. And again, we turn and
that's so nice away, that you give them away too, Jack. I actually was given a drone by Air Photography, fabulous friend of mine, and his wonderful channel. And so he's given me some of his toy drones, and I'm reviewing it, and then that's exactly what I'm going to do with it. There's a family up the street that you could see that they don't have anything. What a surprise. I'm just going to leave it on the step. Just leave it on the step. Yeah, and it's cool. So, and that's what it should be. But a part of me thinks, oh, should I do it? What if the FAA finds the file?
Right? Yeah.
That's why I'm leaving it on the step. I tell them it's for me.
I don't know where it came from. You're on your own.
Yeah, you're on your own. Here you go. But I love what you're doing. Teaching it, and that's amazing. And it's a wonderful hobby. I hope it stays alive for all of us. The fact that they want to put us in a circle in a field somewhere, and that's not cool. But it is the way it is, Jack. If that's the way the laws are, then if it gets so bad that that's the way it is, I'll go into cars, RC cars or something. It really does suck, but
it does. On the RC car thing, if you put a little FPV camera on an RC car,
are they cool?
Oh gosh, heck yeah, we did that. So Emax makes a tiny little one.
RC, bro. I could see it in you. You get old smiling. Anything RC, it lights you up.
Honestly, the drones are my thing. But I took an RC car, big one that we got from Banggood, and I put the DJI Cadix Vista on it, so I could drive it with the goggles. Oh, dude,
I'm gonna put in a little soldier. You put the little G.I. Joe man. I want to strap the camera right to his head.
Yeah, it's fun. We put the Insta 360 Go camera on there. Got some pretty fun footage. So.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Now, but let me ask you a question. If you send it off a ramp and you're airborne, you have to follow FAA rules at that point, because theoretically you're flying.
But it's coming back down, right?
But then you're crashing. I don't know, Jack. You better watch somebody don't turn you in.
I'm not over people, and I keep it under 400 feet. I should be okay, right?
You might have to get lank approval for that, though, because when you go up that ramp.
Yeah, well, not all by me. See, we're in the we're outside of most of that stuff, so we're generally
thank God.
Yeah, and that is something that we are pretty lucky. We live outside of Chicago, right? But we're not near O'Hare or Midway. And there are some little airports, but they're all Class G airspace out here, so you don't need approval to fly.
You're actually not too far from me, right? A couple hours from Philly, or I don't know geography. I know Sharon.
I want to say like 6-7 hours. I drove there once, but it was years ago. and I had my two oldest kids were horrible, crying in the car the whole way, and it was raining. It was like one of the world's worst trips. So maybe it took me 6 hours, maybe it took me 14. I have no idea, because that was a horrible experience.
This is the weirdest thing.
What's that?
You should see my screen.
Can you share your screen? I think you can.
I don't know how to do it. Can I? Oh, did you share screen? All right, I'm going to share it.
You see a share button?
Okay,
There you go.
ready? Okay, share screen. And I got two screens. Which one do I share?
Whichever one you want me to see.
Oh, I can't share both? Oh, it's not two. Okay, yeah, you get to pick the screen. Okay, so I'll pick that one and share. Okay, so can you see it? I guess you can, right? So look what I got. So I got me under there on the one live stream. I'm talking to you on this one.
It's like Inception there.
Yes. And I don't know what happens when I do that. It just disappears for you.
It just slides over. Yeah, and I see the
because it's going onto a whole nother screen for me.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh shit. But I'll tell you, I'm a wizard now at it. I can't believe it.
It seems like you're an old pro.
I just got to spend some time in here. I'll get it. I'm the type of person that, I'm hard-headed, which is good and bad. I don't know when to quit sometimes. And in this case, it's good because I'll come up here and it's frustrating not knowing how to do things and to be so far behind. It's frustrating. But I mean, I'm from Philadelphia. I never saw the Rocky statue or the art museum, and people can't understand that, but I never left my house, and that's the life I had, but I don't have it anymore. And it's been wonderful. And I think that's where a lot of the energy comes from. It really is. There's no malice. I just want to just enjoy life to its fullest. I'm going to be 55 May 12th. So, I'm not young. You throw a lot of years out, and I don't know how old you are, but when you get into your 50s, something happened to me when I turned 50, and you really start looking at that. I don't know, what do they call it, mortality or something?
Yeah.
But you really do start thinking about that stuff. And I bring it up because the things that you enjoy mean so much more. They really do. And drones are a part of it. I really enjoyed them. And I love talking about them too. It really does. It gets you so excited. These new minis that are coming out. And I do think that that's where the hobby is going.
I agree.
I think that the cameras are going to get better and the drones are going to get smaller, better camera and smaller drones. And see, now here's your problem. I mean, you already have a Mini 2 that can go 4 miles. So now you're still dealing with all the same things that the big drones, all the regulations that the big drones break. Well, now your 243 gram drone is going to be able to do the same thing. Zoom and 4K. So then what happens, Jack? Do they then say, you know what I mean? Because what do they lower it to 100 grams? And then, what do they do?
Well, they did, so now if you want to fly around people, it is still 250 grams, but you got to have your prop guards on. So now you're over 250 grams. So, DJI then is going to have to make something and they can do it right now. So that the Mini that's made in Japan actually would be legal to do that here. You can't buy the Japanese batteries. We reached out to DJI and asked them what they were thinking. I think that's what they're thinking. They're going to, that's what they're going to do. And then, what does the FAA do about that? But then, you're getting a drone with a smaller battery. So it's not going to have sure, you can fly at 4 miles, but you're only going to get about 2 miles out and you're not going to be able to bring it back. So you're kind of screwed at that point. But
exactly. And a lot of people do get lost with that. It guys, if you're watching, it's not about how far you can go with your drone. They use that as a, as a barrier, as a kind of a marker on how strong the signal is. So you do want to see, it could go 100 kilometers, but what's most important is to have that strong, stable signal under a mile, under 4,000 feet. And that's the great thing, that penetration of a strong signal close in. So, and you're on a beach, send it.
Yeah, I'm with you. You know, people ask like, how far do you fly your drones? Like, how high can it go? I'm like, you know, like that's not my thing. You know, like why do I want to fly it 7 miles away? Like if you know, if I get closer to something, I can get a better shot if it's in front of me. So
correct.
You know, there's that.
And at 1,640 feet, things look little.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all done it. Everything looks little.
Right.
You're like looking down at it. It's a stupid view. I mean, just saying, it's just dumb. I mean, I never done it. But I seen it. That's right. I seen it once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But my point is, I agree with you. This is the type of hobby where you have to be up on your subject, and that's when it looks the best.
Yeah, for sure.
But yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. You know, lots of fun. This was a good time. I'm glad you came on. Lots of fun. And if you guys, again, make sure you check out Mikey's channel, Philly Drone Life. It's in the video description. Link there. He's got some good stuff coming out. He's got some good stuff on there already. But you know, certainly check out his channel.
Thank you so much.
There too.
And who knows, maybe one day I do a show on Tuesday night. It's actually going on right now. We
don't generally stream on Tuesdays, right? So we typically we're usually Sunday nights is what we do. But Chris was out of town. I was busy, and we wanted to get. We needed to give a drone away to one of our patrons. We do it every month, right? So we're like,
I just fell in. No, okay.
Well, no, we were going to do the show with you, whether it was this week or next week or whatever. But we wanted to get one in this week so that we could give a drone away, because we got to give one away at least once a month. So that's how it happened on Tuesday, because it was the day that worked for the two of us, and we're glad that you were able to jump into.
So awesome that, you know, doing YouTube is such hard work. So to have two of you doing it, fabulous.
Oh, it does help. Although Chris will tell you he's been slacking lately. If you've been watching our channel,
slacker.
He doesn't get cranked out by this guy right here. My back hurts from carrying the team.
Yeah. But hey, listen, you put out fabulous stuff. It all looks professional. It's very well done, and most importantly, it's honest, unbiased review, and that's. Guys, I can't say it enough. It's all you have in this world is your word. If you lose that, then what are you? You know, and people are so easy to sell it. You know, get rid of their word for something so small. It's you. It's your human being. How could you want to give that away? So I love you guys for being honest and for being who you are. You will be a very big success if you ain't already.
Thanks. We appreciate it.
Thank you for bringing me into the hobby. Like I said, these are some of the first channels I watch. So I can't believe I'm actually here. I'm going to have to watch. I don't watch back my streams because I would never go live again. But I may watch this one.
There you go. Well, it'll be on our channel. It'll take like a day and a half to finally produce and get on the channel so people can watch them afterwards. But yeah, appreciate it, Mikey. Thanks for coming. And everybody, thanks for showing up and watching. Lots of good stuff going on in the chat. You know, we don't always, you know, get to comment on all the comments, but you know, lots of great people in the chat talking to each other, talking about drones, having good conversations. Fly Zone Drones, we're gonna have to find up a time because he's down the road from us, based on what we've seen on your channel. So lots of good people here, lots of good people in the hobby, and thanks everyone for checking in. We will catch you later, and make sure you check out Mikey's channel. Have a good night, everyone.
See ya.